When it comes to the Hunter x Hunter story, let's be honest here, the Zoldyck family are legendary. Like, they have every powerful, not every, but most of the powerful characters in that family. Think about it. They have a main character in Killua, they have a monster in Illumi, they have the father-grandfather duo in Zeno and Silva. Like, they just went crazy. They have a legend in Maha Zoldyck. Like, what more do you want from the Zoldyck family? Like, in every facet, they have an overpowered ability in Aluka. Like, they have a phantom troop in Kaluto. Like, the Zoldyck family have checkmarked every single box, guys. They have delivered in hype in so many different ways. Now, I do want to say this, a character who's probably one of the most legendary, if not the most legendary character in Hunter x Hunter is Netero, Isaac Netero. And his son is doing some crazy stuff when it comes to the journey to the Dark Continent and beyond Netero. But I want to focus on how Maha Zoldyck, like the hype of Maha Zoldyck, that Netero surviving a battle versus this guy, like in his prime, this is Netero in his prime, surviving a battle with Maha was actually a feat. The fact that just surviving was a feat just shows you how powerful Maha Zoldyck is as the probably strongest Zoldyck of all time. I do want to say this video, you guys all see the thumbnail, new Zoldyck. Zig Zoldyck is a manga character who has never been shown in the anime, and I'll be honest, he could be the greatest legend when it comes to the Zoldyck family, because yes, Maha Zoldyck has the hype when it comes to power and ability, but Zig Zoldyck has the hype of going to the Dark Continent. The fact that he was able to go to the Dark Continent, like, think about it, Jing Freaks, a top 5 Nen user in the entire story, dream is to go to the Dark Continent, and he still hasn't gone, and now he's journeying there right now. Just shows you how Zig Zoldyck going there is extremely hyped. Like, we all saw Isaac Netero, Zig Zoldyck, and of course that female character all have went to the Dark Continent. She was actually a part of the election arc, if you guys do some more research. But what can I say, guys? The hype is real when it comes to Zoldyck family. Like, these assassins are deadly. But you guys know what would be more deadly? If you guys hit that subscribe button, guys, because we're so close to 70,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes and turn on notification, guys, because I got some crazy Hunter x Hunter videos coming out soon. Nemak, we're not sleeping, guys. We're going ham. Now, the first character I want to talk about when it comes to the Zoldyck family, because before you talk about a new Zoldyck, you have to talk about the characters who are already legends. And Illumi, he is, how to say this, the big brother that nobody wants, yo. We saw how devastatingly intimidating he was to Killua. Like, seeing Hisoka during the election arc power scale Illumi and pretty much scale him to like 95 or 90, around there, saying that pretty much he was stronger than some Zodiac members and close to Hisoka's power level. Like, we even seen Illumi say he would kill Hisoka, so they're relatively around the same level. This hypes up their Illumi, because Hisoka's already hyped up when it comes to the battle of Crollo and the journey to the Dark Continent. Before that, we saw Crollo versus Hisoka, so Illumi just being close to Hisoka is hype. Now, of course, we now know some new developments. He has joined the Phantom Troop with his brother Kaluto, and now is pretty much working with Crollo, so that's going to be a different interesting dynamic, because the main mission now is to kill Hisoka, and we all know they're heading to the Dark Continent. So will Illumi be like, he's the only Zoldyck with Kaluto going to the Dark Continent? Will he be able to survive the harsh conditions like Zig Zoldyck did? Where's Zig Zoldyck right now? A lot of questions that are not being answered. Now, of course, I mentioned the grandfather of Killua. Pretty much Killua and Zeno have a really, really good relationship. Like, seeing Zeno work with Netero in the Chimera Antarc when it comes to fighting Meruem and that crazy dragon ability. Let's be honest here, Zeno is the definition of hype. But I do want to say this, a lot of people like to give him flack with his clash with Crollo. With the help of Silva, Crollo was doing amazing. Or like the fact that he was a baby when Netero was still an old man. Pretty much showing, and that's an old man saying that. When he was a baby, Netero is still an old man. Like, Netero is a legend. Zeno even knows that. So the fact that Zeno, who's so powerful, still is not at the legendary status like Netero and Maha, like, a lot of people are like, what's going on with this? There can only be one answer, guys. Zeno's father, who we do not know is, because we know Maha is his grandfather, but we do not know who Zeno's father is. Silva's grandfather, Killua's great-great-grandfather. It has to be Zig, the guy who went to the Dark Continent, a legend of that status. The fact that he's Maha's son, look at Silva. Silva is a legendary Zoldyck character, and his son is Killua. Like, what I'm trying to say is Maha and Zig is like kind of like Killua and Silva, just two goats in the father-son connection, guys. Now, I do want to say this. I've always had a controversial opinion of Silva being the strongest Zoldyck. A lot of people like to say Zeno, but I honestly believe that Silva Zoldyck is the strongest Zoldyck because he's in his prime. Like, the fact that he's in his prime is a big deal, guys. We also know he defeated a Phantom Troop member and seems to have some history with Crollo. It seems like they're alluding that he survived a battle with Crollo back in the days. Now, I know a lot of people like to bring up the whole 2v1 with Crollo and the York New Arc, but like, this is how assassins move, guys. Like, they move without caring about what's fair or not. Like, you have to get the job done regardless. Now, I do want to say this: he's at the top, but he's chilling most of the time. This is a very, very big sign in anime. When a guy is chilling, like he's not really being active, he's gonna surprise people. I wouldn't be surprised if Silva has a moment in the Dark Continent, just like Cheeto in the Khmer Antark, where at the end of the Dark Continent, Silva comes out of nowhere and just destroys a monstrous creature. That's the amount of hype that Silva can get in the Hunter x Hunter story. Now, of course, like I said, Maha Zoldyck is the legendary status character in the Zoldyck family. This bald old dude that we do not know much about. But I do want to say this: the fact that Netero in his prime survived the battle with him, that just shows you Maha is different when it comes to the Zoldyck family. And I do want to say this: prime Netero is probably around the same level as Meruem, the Ant King, or Adult Gon. Like, we saw what he did to Pito. So the fact that Maha has hype that could be above Prime Netero, like that, as a fan, I want to see Maha Zoldyck versus Metal. Like, what would happen in that battle? I want to see Maha Zoldyck in his prime. I want to see a flashback, honestly. Give me a flashback to Togashi. But before I ask for a flashback, just give me some sort of current story, because Togashi, let's be honest, we haven't got any Hunter x Hunter content in years. Now, at the end of the day, Killua will surpass every single Zoldyck family member. I'll be honest, it's how I truly believe. I think Killua is going to surpass even the legends of Maha. So I feel like to surpass a legend like Maha Zoldyck, you have to go to the Dark Continent. Like what he did against the Royal Guard UP, who was pretty much known for his physical strength. Like, everyone knows that speed, that intense speed. He brought his speed to another level with his lightning attacks. Let's be honest here, Killua got my respect. But something I've noticed, he looks eerily similar to a character. Yes, he looks very, very similar to Zig Zoldyck. The only difference is Killua looks badass, while Zig Zoldyck looks like a crazy maniac. Like, I don't know what's going on with Zig Zoldyck's hair and his eyes, but like I said, guys, crazy characters like Zig Zoldyck are meant to be powerful. They have some sort of energy where, I'll be honest with you, back in the days, if you were in school and you had a kid who was kind of crazy in school, they would have some hidden untapped power and ability that would just be difficult to fight. And that's how I see Zig Zoldyck. Like, he could look a little crazy and a little goofy, but he could have power that's just uncontrollable. That's why I'm hyped to see Zig Zoldyck. And like I said, we got to see a flashback, because if he's in a Prime Corn story, like maybe still chilling in the Dark Continent like Dawn Freaks, that would be insane. But like I said, I truly believe Zeno's father is probably Zig Zoldyck, and this story needs to be told. Like, Togashi, please come back and show us the greatness of Zig Zoldyck, because this new Zoldyck character could be look completely different. Like, we saw how he looked as a kid. Like, he could look incredibly different. Like, you saw the thumbnail. If he looks like that, just badass, like he's aged a lot, but not too much, where he still looks like he's in his prime, because the Dark Continent is a very mysterious continent, guys. Like, I wonder how Dawn Freaks is going to look. There's a lot of questions I have that probably won't be answered in the near future, but I do want to say this: Hunter x Hunter, as a fan, Nenmac, I've always been a fan of this series, so like I said, I'm hyped to see what we're going to get out of this story. But that's pretty much my thoughts on the new Zoldyck character, Zig Zoldyck. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts, like, on entering the Dark Continent, seeing the strongest Zoldyck member. Like, what are your guys' thoughts? Do you guys care even? Are you guys done with the Hunter x Hunter story? I want to read your guys' comments. I love reading you guys' comments, of course. Make sure you guys, of course, like this video. Try to get 1,000 likes to this video and turn on notifications, because I'm going to try to upload at least 3 videos a week, guys. So like and share if you enjoyed. Like and share only if you enjoyed. And subscribe for more content. I'm Nen Mac, and I'm gone.